Possessed, the Elmwood curse. Imagine moving into your dream home, only to discover that a dark presence lurks in every corner. Doors slam shut on their own, shadows twist into sinister shapes, and whispers echo through the empty halls. Welcome to the true story of Possessed, the Elmwood curse. Before we dive into this spine-chilling tale, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced something paranormal or felt an unexplained presence in your home? Share your thoughts and creepy experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love horror stories, and let me know what you want to hear next. The Elmwood house stood at the end of Maple Avenue, a grand yet foreboding structure that had been abandoned for years. Its once vibrant gardens were now overgrown, and the paint on the siding had faded and cracked. Locals often spoke of strange occurrences and an eerie feeling that surrounded the property, warning anyone who dared to venture too close. Alex had always been fascinated by old houses and their histories. When he inherited the Elmwood house from a distant relative he never met, he saw it as the perfect opportunity to restore a piece of the past. Despite the warnings from neighbors and friends, Alex was determined to uncover the secrets of Elmwood Manor and breathe new life into its decaying walls. On a crisp autumn morning, Alex arrived at Elmwood with a mix of excitement and apprehension. He parked his truck in the overgrown driveway and took a deep breath before approaching the heavy wooden door. The house loomed above him, its windows dark and empty, like the eyes of a long-forgotten sentinel. As he pushed open the door, a creak echoed through the empty foyer. Dust particles floated in the beam of his flashlight as he stepped inside. The air was thick with the scent of mildew and neglect. He surveyed the grand staircase, the ornate chandelier hanging precariously from the ceiling, and the faded wallpaper that still held traces of its former beauty. Determined to make progress, Alex began his exploration of the house. Each room he entered seemed to tell a story of its own. Furniture covered in white sheets, portraits of stern-looking ancestors staring down at him, and remnants of a life long gone. Despite the eerie atmosphere, Alex felt a strange sense of calm, as if the house itself was waiting for him. In the living room, he discovered an old fireplace with remnants of a once grand hearth. Above it hung a large, ornate mirror, its surface clouded with grime. As Alex wiped away the layers of dirt, he caught a glimpse of his reflection. For a brief moment, he thought he saw another figure standing beside him, a shadowy apparition that vanished as quickly as it appeared. Shaking off the chill that ran down his spine, Alex moved to the study, a room filled with books and personal belongings. On the desk lay a stack of letters tied with a faded ribbon. He carefully untied them and began to read. The letters were from his great-uncle, detailing his fascination with the supernatural and his relentless pursuit of uncovering the secrets of Elmwood Manor. One letter stood out, dated the night before his great-uncle's disappearance. I believe I have found a way to communicate with the spirits that linger in Elmwood. Tomorrow night, I will conduct a ritual to summon the eternal spirits of the forgotten. If I do not return, please know that I sought to bring peace to those who cannot find it on their own. Alex's heart raced as he read the words. Could his great-uncle have truly delved into dark rituals? Determined to find out more, he continued his search and discovered a hidden door behind a bookshelf. The door led to a narrow staircase, spiraling down into the darkness. Taking a deep breath, Alex descended, the air growing colder with each step. At the bottom, he found himself in a subterranean chamber illuminated by candlelight. The room was adorned with strange symbols and artifacts that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. In the center stood a stone altar, and on it lay an open book, the grimoire his great-uncle had been using. As Alex approached the altar, the temperature dropped dramatically and the candles flickered violently. He felt a presence surrounding him, a palpable tension that made the hairs on his arms stand on end. Suddenly, a gust of wind extinguished the candles, plunging the room into darkness. Who dares disturb our eternal slumber? A deep, resonant voice echoed through the chamber. Alex froze, his flashlight flickering back to life. revealing shadowy figures emerging from the walls. The eternal spirits of Elmwood, the forgotten souls his great-uncle had sought to communicate with, materialized before him, their eyes hollow and voices filled with sorrow. "I meant no harm," Alex whispered, his voice trembling. "I came to understand and help you find peace." The spirits hovered around him, their forms wavering like mist. Bound by darkness, we cannot find rest until our stories are told and our memories preserved. Alex realized that his great-uncle had inadvertently trapped these spirits within the manor, unable to move on. Determined to right the wrongs of the past, he decided to complete the ritual his great-uncle had started, hoping to release the spirits from their eternal torment. He carefully followed the instructions in the grimoire, chanting the incantations with a mixture of fear and hope. The chamber seemed to respond to his efforts, the symbols on the walls glowing with a soft, ethereal light. As he reached the final verse, a blinding light enveloped the room, and the spirits began to fade, their forms dissolving into the air. "Thank you," a voice whispered as the last spirit vanished. "You have freed us." The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and Alex felt a sense of peace wash over him. He knew that Elmwood's eternal spirits were finally at rest, their stories preserved for those who dared to listen. As he made his way back upstairs, the first light of dawn began to break through the windows, casting away the shadows that had once dominated the manor. Alex felt a profound sense of accomplishment, knowing he had honored his great-uncle's legacy and brought peace to the forgotten souls of Elmwood Manor. But as he reached the front door, a final whisper echoed in the morning air. "Remember us?" Alex turned to look back at the manor, now bathed in sunlight, and felt a lingering connection to the spirits he had freed. He knew that Elmwood's secrets were no longer hidden, and the eternal spirits of the forgotten would always be a part of his story. Alex's journey through Elmwood Manor was a testament to courage and compassion. By confronting the unknown and seeking to understand the restless spirits, he was able to bring peace to those who had been forgotten by time. The whispers of the eternal spirits served as a reminder that every story deserves to be heard and every soul to find its rightful place. Thank you for joining me on this eerie adventure through the true story of Possessed, the Elmwood Curse. If you enjoyed this story, let me know in the comments below and share any creepy experiences you've had. Stay tuned for more chilling tales. And remember, sometimes the most forgotten places hold the deepest secrets.